I want to talk about measurements right quick. Anytime you work on these Mustangs, you need to get some measurements. You want to get your car somewhat level and really supported with jack stands, and don't move it while you're cutting whatever it is you're going to cut out of it. So I make rude or crude sketches off of some 3x5 cards, and I just label what it is. Like this is the front frame rail here, back seat brackets, just some general measuring points on the car in case it did move. I could go back to this and measure it and see where it moved. Another seat bracket. I've got some more strung out around the shop. Watched another guy's YouTube channel, and he had recommended these. That guy even made a support stand with so he's got a baseline, and the whole car is supported on this stand and everything. I thought it was pretty cool, but I'm too impatient to take that time, and I'm not looking for concourse quality car. I want something to go down the road safely and won't wear the tires out. So anyway, get online and search these engineered drawings for the Mustang, and just open them and print them as a PDF, and they come out really nice. The rivet cutters, or not the rivet cutters, the spot weld cutters I'd mentioned before. This is the kit I get from Walmart.com. So it comes in a little box. It's got new guide points and some new double-headed bits. And those suckers are sharp, and they cut. You get about 10 or 12 good cuts out of them. If you don't hold them perfectly straight, or it catches a rust spot on your weld, it'll break it off. But you still got the other side to use. So yeah, they work good. Better than buying a $40 set and wearing it out halfway through the project. I know I've got a ton of bits to or a ton of spot welds to cut out yet. So moving on. Okay, so here we are with the frame rail. I've got it all exposed. We talked about it a little bit in the previous video. It's kind of a side-by-side comparison of the frame rails. You can see that the flanges on the top of that are quite a bit wider, which, there's nothing wrong with that. The main thing here is, like I spoke about earlier, is getting measurements on the existing part before you cut it out of there. That way, if something was to move, you'll know where to put it back at. A lot of guys will brace different parts of the car when they're doing a lot of major cutting on the frame and stuff like that. So far, I've been pretty lucky. I've not had anything move. I know the Mustang assembly instructions are pretty loose. You've got like an 1/8 of an inch, plus or minus 1/8 of an inch on about any measurement. So in the car world, that's pretty generous. So anyway, I'm going to cut this piece out, and I may not cut the whole thing out. I'll just get in here and start hacking on it, and get the bottom of the tail panel out, and maybe make a rough cut on the frame rail, and maybe I can just make some patch pieces and not even cut the whole thing out. Anyway, here we go. We'll see what happens. Thanks. Okay, so I hacked out a big chunk of that frame rail just to get it out of the way, so I can get in there and work on stuff. So now I'm working on the removal of this panel here. Slips my mind what the name of it is, but it's connected to the tail panel here. Here's the tail panel, and it's trunk apron or rear trunk support maybe. I can't remember. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's coming out. So drilling spot welds, I'm getting a lot better at it. So what I did is, you can kind of go through and see where there's a spot weld. Like there's one there, There was one there, and I go through and I drill a 1/8 inch or maybe a little bit smaller hole through the center of the spot weld, and you can kind of see there, just drill a hole all the way through it, all the way down. Then I use my Harbor Freight spot weld cutter, and actually I'm starting to buy these from Walmart.com now. They're quite a bit cheaper. So when you buy them from Harbor Freight, you get what you see right there. You get the bit and the double-headed cutter, and the center part is spring loaded. So when you put it on there, it pushes down. That's why I drill the hole. So when I put it in the hole, I just put it in the hole, and then I've got a guide, and then I just start off slow, get your circle cut, and then you can start speeding it up. Okay, so like I said, these are $3 or $4 from Harbor Freight, which is not a bad price. It's double-headed, so you wear one out, flip it over, wear the other side out, and you're done. But I can buy these from Walmart.com. It comes with just the one shank, and then you get a dozen or so of the double-headed cutter blades and a replacement tip. So it's about half the price. So you might check it out on Walmart.com. Your spot weld cutter tool. Okay, so go through and drill my pilot holes, and I cut my spot welds there, and I'll cut 2 or 3, and then I'll just come through and pop the panel and make sure that I'm breaking free, and I am. These I've already broke through, so I'll drill 2 or 3 of them out, come through with a putty knife or a screwdriver, and make sure that they're getting broke loose. As you see there, they're nice and broke loose. So it took me about, I don't know, 10-15 minutes to get from basically right there down to right in here. So I'm broke loose here. So now I'm getting into where the frame rail section was, and where the previous owner had tried to do some repairs. So all the way from here down to right about here. So it's going to start getting kind of tricky here, because they didn't cut any of the old metal out. They just put some new metal in, either brazed or spot welded it in, and so nothing's flat. It's not like a factory made car now. So now I'm going to have to get in with a grinder and cut crap out. So anyway, I'm working on it. It's going good right now. We'll try to get this rest of this rear trunk support removed. That's what I just named it. It's rear trunk support. What the hell. Okay, see you in a bit. Hey, welcome back. We're on the Mustang again. Just got this tail panel, rear trunk support out. So you can see there, got the length. I just cut a notch out with my Sawzall when I took that first section of the frame rail out, notched around it. That way I could get around it and grind it all out. You can see I got all the spot welds cut out, and like I said in earlier videos, I've got a new panel, a new piece here, and I'm still debating about replacing this rear tail panel. You know, each end of it is in good shape, and when you look down the side of it, I've got a hell of a dent right in the middle of it. And the more I work on the vehicle, you know, whoever done the Bondo, this just keeps falling out, and you see their hammer marks here. So I just really hate to go through this much work and not address this tail panel. I'm not going to put a Bondo on it. I don't want to spend 4 hours trying to straighten that out. So here's where I'm at. I've just drilled probably a dozen spot welds out. I've probably got about 6 more on each side. So the only thing holding this tail panel on, it's holding from here around down here, and that's it on each side. That's it. So you're probably less than 8 spot welds there. I could probably have them changed out in no time and just put a new panel in. I can spot weld it back in. I won't have any Bondo on the fuel tank here, and I just think that's where the route I want to go. So I may be on hold for a few days here. I've got that order. CJ Pony Parts has got a pretty good sale right now. Their Black Friday deals are coming up, and plus they always have free shipping over $100. Tail panel, I think it's $79 original listing. It's got 10% off, so we're $69. I'll throw a few more items on there I know I'll need, and get my $100 shipping, and I'll get it in here probably the week after Thanksgiving. So anyway, to look underneath here, I was talking about that quarter panel piece, and I finally figured out what they did. Okay, so what they did is they cut the original panel out with a torch. And you see the kerf was not very well across here. So they cut this original piece out, and when they replaced the quarter panel, I bet you $1 to a donut, they used this metal, was part of the old quarter panel, and they spot welded it on here. So here's the remaining of the rear trunk support. This is the end. I've got to grind and grind and grind and grind and grind and get all this stuff out. Whoever did the brazing work on it, they did a real good job. I mean, they got it good adherence there, good penetration. It stuck really well. Unfortunately, I got to get it all out. I may just go ahead and replace all this on this side. I don't like the fit here. It's got some big concave areas right here. So anyway, I think that's what I'm going to do. Get that done, and if I run out of parts or whatever, I can always do some welding underneath here in the meantime. So, all right, moving on.